come back a little bit. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my fucking shit, my channel and shit. You feel me? Yes, I'm back with the color. Yes, it is what it is. You can hate all day, but fuck you. So, welcome to my channel. It's your girl, Brandy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. About to roll up and shit because I want to come on here and talk about my findings from my research so far, because I ain't finished, because I got a life, so it's gonna take me a minute. You feel me? I got kids, they just started school and shit. You feel me? I just take a break on reading and get them just to get. Why am I opening this? I'm not even about to do that right now. Like, what am I doing? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta live life. Motherfucker, I gotta go to work. I can't be just dedicating fucking 24/7 to YouTube. I know there's some YouTubers, some content creators that are able to just pop out videos and edit like this. Some of them don't even have kids and shit, you feel me? So when you got kids, you got young kids, you feel me? You can't record as much as you want to because you gotta live life. You gotta go to work, you gotta take care of your kids, and then you record in that order. Like, yeah, in that order. So, you feel me? I'm not finished the books, but I wanted to come on here and talk about, show you the books I've been reading. So I've been read this one. This one is, I bought this one back in 2017 or 2018. So, yeah. But I'm going to show you this one, The Destruction of the Black Civilization. Damn. So I had this one back in 2018. So I read it then. So I wanted to reread it again. And then I just bought this one and started reading this one, The Creation of Patriarchy. So I started reading this one too. But I'm not done this one, yo, because like I said, I got life. So, but what I'm coming to find out is that what happened is that since the creation, since we've been on this plane, I'm not talking about how we got here. I'm not getting into none of that because, yeah, whatever. But since we've been here as a people, women and men have always been here. So this thing about men wasn't here and women was creating, no, I don't believe that. It always, as far as this realm is considered, you need a sperm and you need an egg. That's just that, okay? That's how you, are there exceptions to that? Yes. We're not talking about that. We're talking about men and women, okay? Men and women, as of 2021, you need a... See, I went and fucking bought backwoods because I was being fucking lazy and shit. And I didn't want to go to the drive up the street to go get no fucking leaves. And now I'm regretting it. I always regret my laziness later on. And always, I swear to God, always, y'all. Like, for real. Like, damn. Backwoods be too expensive, too. They be too expensive to be doing. Like, my leaves cost $2. My Fronto leaves cost $2. Backwoods cost $8.99 for this shit here. This is $8.99. You see this little ass shit? I roll fucking blunts and my blunts be as long as my blunts be like this long. Look at this shit. This is my laziness to get me. See, don't be lazy. Message of the day. So look, as far as people been on this plane, there always been men and women, okay? You always needed that process to happen for the SUV of the people to procreate. So women knew back then that, okay, men had to be the ones, because they were stronger than us and they didn't carry life. They had to be the ones that go out and go get the fucking food and shit. And that's pretty much all they did. Like, that's literally pretty much, like, I'm reading history. That's pretty much what men did in the beginning. Women created, like, when men caught the food, the women cooked it. The women took care of the children. The women took care of the home. The women took care of everybody else around her, even that goddamn man after he went and caught that food. But what happens, women get neglected. They neglect themselves, taking care of everybody else. So this has been something that's been going on since the beginning of time, you might as well say. Since the Creator put us on this plane, it has been this way. Even when women was out there catching the food and shit too, they had kids on their fucking bed. Matter of fact, you could tell that this is how it was because it's still happening to this day. Like, you still have my grinder old, it be getting stuck. You still have women. Look at certain countries overseas. You still have women. I swear to God, my kid about to come in and interrupt my recording. It's about to piss me off. I see. What I say? What do you want?
Can I get Abu shoes?
Bye-bye. Yes. See what I'm saying? This is why I record. Go get the juice. So, I don't like editing, so y'all already know all of this shit. This is raw. This is my life, okay? This is my fucking life, and why I'm not editing my life, okay? This is what it is, okay? This is why I said that I can't record as much as I want to, because I'm always getting distracted, and then I gotta work and shit like that. Anyway, this has been going on since the beginning of time for the most part, is that women have always took a taking a seat to men, taking a seat back to men and children. We have the children, we have to take care of the children, and then the women get neglected. The men move on and do whatever they're going to do and make children with other people and keep on doing the same. This is a cycle we have been in for thousands of years.
Can't open this.
Come on, no. Interrupting my video. Yeah. Go on now. What you say? You supposed to say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have boys. So yeah. And I don't spoil them either. And I don't baby them, and I don't coddle them. I tell them exactly how it is. I tell them exactly how the fuck it is. I'm real raw with them. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Because I already tell them the same thing I'm telling y'all is what I tell them. I don't want them growing up depending on no fucking, excuse my sidebar, I don't want them growing up depending on no women to take care of them. That's just that on that. That's just that on that. Like, I'm going to raise my fucking sons to be independent so that they don't have to grow up bragging about some women taking care of them. Like, that's just straight period. Like, I'm not coddling my fucking children, and both of my sons are smart as fuck. I was just having a conversation with my son. You know what? That is a good. I just thought about that. And like starting another channel called Conversations with My Son, because I'm real as real with him. I don't sugarcoat nothing. And I was just having a conversation with him about how I'm going to be preparing him for these ratchet females that's going to be trying to be up in his face, and how he going to be curving them. He going to be curving them. We don't be doing no ratchet. My son already don't like loudmouth female. I'm not, even though I know my persona is what it is on YouTube, I am not a loudmouth female. I don't do the I'm going to argue with you in public shit. I'm going to wait till we get home. Okay, if I have anything to get off my chest, I'm gonna wait till we get home. I don't do the arguing in public. I don't do the ratchet ghetto-ness. I don't do first of all, I don't really drink like that. And then I'm not doing I'm getting drunk and I'm falling all over the place. Like, I am not a ratchet female, period. Like, okay, do I have my moments because I'm a Baltimorean? Yes. Yes. Can it come out? Yes. Yes, it can. Don't get it fucked up, don't get it twisted, and don't get it misunderstood or misconstrued. Okay? Yes. But my son don't like them type of women. Anyway, I done went on a whole tangent while I'm trying to roll these blunts up and shit. And so yeah, so women have basically we have been conditioned to believe, and this is based on this book I've been reading. We have been conditioned to believe that we are here to procreate. And I can, to a certain degree, yes, but that's not all we here for. That's not all we here for. And I can contest to this because I grew up thinking this. I grew up thinking this way. I grew up thinking that women are here to procreate. Like, what is my job? I'm dead ass serious. I literally, when I was younger, doctors told me, because I had PCOS, which is cyst on my ovaries. Okay, y'all stupid niggas that's gonna be like, she got something. No, stupid nigga. I had cysts on my ovaries. So because of that, it causes different hormonal imbalances and stuff like that. And they told me that I would either not be able to have children or have trouble having children. I would probably need surgery and all this and that, right? That's what they told me when I was young, right? I was fucking devastated. I was devastated because I thought that I was here. Like, what the fuck am I here for if I'm not here to bring life into this world? Like, as a kid, I wanted a big family. I wanted 5 children and a husband and all of that shit. I wanted all of that fake ass American dream ass shit that they be brainwashing us with. I wanted all of that shit. And then I grew up and realized that fairy tale was literally just a fucking fairy tale and a Cinderella story and shit. That Cinderella shit, really, that Cinderella syndrome is what they call it. The Cinderella syndrome, because I literally grew up like that. Having to cook and clean in the house and shit for my siblings and my grandfather and shit like that. So that was me. So I just grew up wanting to be rescued by somebody. Some man gonna scoop me up because I was so pretty. Well, back then I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think that until I grew up and lost weight. But yeah, back then I ain't have no self-esteem, so all that. So yeah, we get brainwashed to believe that outside of having children, there's nothing else for us to do. There's nothing for us to be but procreators to the patriarchy, so that they can continue doing what they did. That's what I thought I was here for. And when I grew up and realized that there's more to me than just wanting to have children. Well, I'm sorry, to just having children. Then I'm discovering that later in life. I had already had my first child. And I'm just like, this is not all what life's supposed to be. Like, what about me? Like, who am I? Who am I outside of a nurturing person, a mother? Who am I? What do I like? What are my hobbies? What do I want to do in my adult fucking life besides try to find a man? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous how brainwashed we are as women, as society, period. And the people who bring life into the world are the ones who neglect it the most. It's weird to me that women, and some of us in different cultures, have these children right here on our front or right here on the back, and we going to the rivers or whatever, and we getting water and we getting food or whatever we gotta do because of men. I'm not even about to go into that because men, that's just that on that, because men. And people say, oh, why did she have the child if she knew that you don't be knowing. You don't be knowing. These niggas be whole fucking different people when you meet them. Then they turn into a whole different other person. Don't be wanting the shit that they wanted when they first met you and shit. So that's how some of these kids come into the world like that, because the men be telling women one thing, just like in these books. The men be telling women one thing, and then they be doing another thing. And I just want to clear this up to you while I'm doing this. I just want to clear. I don't have hatred for black people or the black man. I don't have no hatred. I'm just spitting facts. Move, dang. I'm trying to roll my blank shit. It's all in the way. I just be stating the facts. That don't mean because I state facts that I have hatred. I don't have hatred. I have disappointment. I have any of the synonyms with disappointment. That's how I feel, because I feel like as a culture of people, instead of being focused on caring and cherishing the women, which in turn would have built better communities and a better society, they didn't do that. They shitted on us and made us feel like we had to worship them because all they did was go out and kill shit. Their job literally was to go out and kill animals and shit. Because the women went and gathered like the fruits and the vegetables or whatever. Women did that. Men fucking just went and killed shit and went to war. Like they kept on going to war and shit. Like after women just was like, you know, in the beginning of this book, it just talk about how women was doing the same shit that men was doing. And then men realized when the women kept dying, doing the shit that they was doing, they realized that, oh, we need to create a civilization so that we can sustain and we can last. So we can't keep asking our women to go out here and go to war and be fucking killing animals and getting killed and shit. And because we need them to make the life so that we can keep doing what we're doing and shit. So they realized that, and then women was like, oh, we just was like, oh, the men can do it now. And we basically just took our hands off. We just basically became hands off with the men, and then they just kind of like took over. After the power was shifted, or after women basically was like, oh no, we're not gonna get on the men about the way that they're treating us, and that they took their hands off. I don't know what happened over the break. They just took their hands off. They said, hands off this shit. Y'all can have it. And the men just took over. And the women knew what was happening. They seen it happening. They knew what was happening. They seen the power structure and how it was building and how men and how they was carrying shit. They seen it. And they just decided to be hands off about it. That's what I'm getting so far. They became hands off about it. And then we have the men selling the men and women from war into slavery, indentured servitude. That happened too. So while they were at war with each other, the different tribes and nations and in the continents, that's how the white man was able to go in and sweep up the Americas, North and South, and Africa. I was trying to think of who else. But yeah, that's how they was able to, because they saw that the people wasn't coming together. They saw a void. This is when we getting into this book here. They saw a void and the people not coming together. They were speaking all these different languages. Nobody was coming together. All they was doing was warring for fucking land and whatever the fuck they had going on over there. They stayed in constant war after war, and these wars lasted for hundreds of years. They lasted for long times, war after war after war after war. So all we did in the beginning was procreate these children, take our hands off, procreate, take our hands off, procreate, take our hands off. Then we get to the destruction of the black civilization. And in that order. This book first, okay? Because patriarchy came before they was able to destroy the fucking race. And women, because men were stronger and they were the builders and they were the one. I'm not saying that women weren't capable, because we were doing all of that shit. But you can't procreate and nurture and all of that shit and build buildings and go out and fight wars and go out and fucking catch food and shit. At some point we had to be within our feminine to sit the fuck down some fucking way. So that's what the fuck happened. That's what I got so far from both of these books. And I'm, like I said, I'm still reading it, so I'm gonna give y'all updates. I just ain't this video already long. But this is what I'm getting so far. Now I'm at the point where white man was like, oh, okay, I see that these people can't come together for whatever reason. I'm going to invade. I'm going to take over. White man created a single language for everybody to speak. White man colonized. White man this is what happened. That's what happened. Because the African continent as a whole could not come together as a whole. Different nations was warring with different nations. My religion is better than yours, so my state is, my country's better than yours. The same shit that's happening now. That's why these two books right here, I believe this shit. I don't believe in a lot of these books for real, especially like from the scientists and shit like that. Scientists and fake historians and shit like that. But these two, these make sense because this is what's happening now. This is what's happening now. This is the generational shit that's happening now. We've been like this since the beginning of fucking time. Black people have been destroyed 4,500, probably more years ago. But this book starts from 4,500 BC to 2000 AD. So that's my update on these fucking books. Y'all can go get these books, read them for yourself, interpret them for yourself. I wanted my own interpretation, so I wanted to read them myself so I can give y'all the breakdown on how I feel about it. And like I said, it only makes sense to me out of all of these shits. I'm going to show y'all a collection of my books, but out of all of these books I read, these two make sense to me because it's happening now. You can see it happening now. When the shit is playing out in real fucking life, you can't deny that. You can't dispute that. You cannot dispute that. And the next video I'm coming to y'all on this cliffhanger. Let me tell y'all this shit. The 18th and the 19th dynasty was not black. Like, comment, and subscribe.